I gotta say, YouTube, it's pretty nice to be able to do a video like this and not really have to think about the fact that the Mets pretty much had a painful loss tonight, just due to the fact that the Mets season is a disgrace. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about Amed Rosario, who debuted tonight for the Mets. He played shortstop and hit seventh in the order out in Colorado. The Mets did lose the game 5-4, but there were a lot of positives to take from Amed Rosario's performance, and he was 1 for 4 at the plate with an infield single in his fourth at bat, which was his first career hit, of course, in his first career game, and looked very solid defensively as well. So there's not too much to get into, just because, of course, baseball is an everyday sport. I mean, this is just one day, but of course it's been, magnified times 100 just because it's his first ever day in the major leagues. But what I saw from Amed tonight, I really liked. Of course, I'm biased. I'm a Mets fan, but let me just explain myself a little bit. So, in terms of at the plate, he has been noted as being an over-aggressive hitter. If you guys will recall, you Mets fans, sounds a lot like a young shortstop that came up with us about, say, 13 years ago. Jose Reyes. Ever heard of the guy? Yeah, exactly. Jose was the same exact way when he came up, and I'm not saying he is the, face of walks in the MLB, but he did get a lot better over the years of being a little bit more patient, waiting for his pitch, etc., and not flailing at things in the dirt. That being said, I thought Amed looked pretty good up there in his first 4 plate appearances today. He did attack the first pitch a few times, but at the same time, he also, was able to take some fastballs and breaking balls right off the plate. They seem to be pitching him away early on. I don't know if that's what the scouting report says. But yeah, he looked a little bit more patient, at least tonight, than they suggest. Outside of just his patience, his bat looked very quick, which is something that has been advertised of his. And I'd say the biggest and brightest takeaway for me in this game was on his infield single. The way this dude ran to first base was incredible. It really wasn't a ball that people are supposed to beat out. And he did beat it out and then ran down to second on the throwing error by Trevor Story, who rushed the throw. That's why it was an error. He knew he had to rush it. They actually clocked him at 4.04 seconds to first base, which for a right-handed batter is about as top flight as it gets. So that was a great thing to see. Of course, his speed is going to be not only a big factor for him and his maturation as a solid player in our lineup, but oh my goodness, it's such a needed attribute for our lineup. We have no speed, so this leads me to think that this is a 1 to 2 hitter in our lineup if he can get it going starting next season. One makes sense in terms of just his raw speed, but if he's gonna be a great 300 hitter, you might have to hit him second and hit Conforto first. Maybe we hit Rosario first and Conforto second. Who knows? I love the two of them. And like I said, in the field he was pretty solid. He had one little blunder in the final inning where he was going towards the bag to cover on a stolen base attempt when the ball was kind of hit really hard to his other side, so he had to go back and it went off his glove. But other than that, he looks very smooth in the field. He did double clutch on one throw, but I'm not necessarily worried about that. Other throws he looked to have down. He looks really good coming in on the ball, which is nice. Looks like very comfortable when he's approaching the ball on a slowly hit grounder, etc. And definitely, provides an upgrade defensively right away. So, I'm really excited to watch him play for these last 2 months of the season. It's going to make this season worth it. They make these games really worth watching closely. Of course, when Dominic Smith comes up and plays first base, that's going to be awesome as well. But until then, Amed Rosario 1 for 4 in his debut tonight, and I can't wait to see what this kid does in the future.